Okay, we're going to take you just through some of the preliminary steps if you see a comm error. This is a SmartBob. Mr. Dave, what do you see?
Okay, the first thing we want to look at is these two LEDs at the top of the board, the busy and the transmit, during a measurement request. So I'm going to request a measurement from our console here, and you should see the busy light flash and then the transmit light flash. So, and that should do it about every second during a measurement until it's done. If you don't see either of those flashing, then we're not getting to this processor. So check your bin address with these address switches. There's 8 switches here. They're in a binary format. So there's a page in the manual that describes every switch position for up to 120 different addresses. But this one's just, it's got switch number 1 up and all the rest down. That is address 1. Address 2 would be switch number 2 up and all the rest down. Address 3 would be both 1 and 2 up, all the rest down. In a binary scheme, we start, each switch is assigned a value. We start with a value of 1 on the far left switch, switch number 1. When you move to switch number 2, that has a value of 2. Switch number 3 has a value of 4. Switch number 4 has a value of 8. So every time you move to the right, the value of that switch doubles. The addresses are going to add up the value of every switch that's turned on. In this case, only switch number 1 is on. That has a value of 1, so that is address 1. Okay.
What would it look like for switch number 8?
Switch, you mean for address 8?
Address 8, yeah.
Address 8, then number 1 would be down and number 4 would be on, because number 4 has a value of 8. Now, for address 7, the first 3 switches would be up, because it's a value of 1 plus a value of 2 plus a value of 4, so that's 7.
See. Okay.
Okay, so I'll leave just switch 1 up. The other thing to check is your protocol jumper right here. Just below these 3 push button switches, there's an A position on the left and a B position on the right. Most everything anymore is in the A position. That's what we send them out in. That's our newer protocol. Our very first SmartBob designs would have been in B protocol. So every SmartBob on your network has to work in the same protocol. So if you have some old ones that are B protocol only devices, then you would need to have it in a B protocol, or otherwise it's probably going to be in the A protocol. And it has to match the protocol that's called out in either your console or if it's our inventory program or whatever. They've got to be in the same protocol and that. But to start troubleshooting, watch and see, even if, here I'll make this address 2, and then I'm going to request a measurement for address 1. You'll see that only the busy light will flash. It's going to do it 3 times, and then it's going to give me a communications error. The busy light will flash for any measurement request to any address. If that measurement request for its address, it's going to look at the address switch to see that yes, that's a request for my address. If it is, then the transmit light will flash after the busy light flash, responding back, and then during the course of a measurement, every second, the console is going to ask the SmartBob what its status is. Are you dropping? Are you retracting? Are you done? And that's why you'll see the busy light flash with the request from the console, and then the transmit light flash giving an answer back to the console. So now I'm back on address 1, so it's alternating back and forth during the measurement. If you don't see anything happen up here, check and make sure that this plug is plugged in good, this top one, it's your RS485 plug, that all the wires are secure in the terminal good right there, that you can't pull them out. If you still don't see a measurement request when you or either of these lights flash, you're still not getting in here. Now, it could be a problem with your board. If you have other SmartBobs that you're daisy chained into, if they all work and you just got the one, it's more likely a problem on the board. It could be the communications chip. It could be the over voltage devices. If it, since these are up high in the air, they do get exposed to lightning and that can do damage. If it's a bad enough hit, it can get through all the way and even damage the processor, but that's rare that happens. But these lights can tell you a lot. So if you've only got one SmartBob, then you don't know that it could also be a problem in the console. But if you got more than one SmartBob and all the rest of them work, or at least some of the rest of them work, then the console's okay. But that's where I would start, watching these lights. And if you don't get that, it depends. If you're on a computer, then you need to check there to make sure you're calling out the right either COM port or IP address, depending on how you're getting out of the computer to the SmartBob.